Everybody can hear me now? All right. Can everybody hear me? Let me know if we have sound now. Okay. So what we're looking at is we're looking at the MX XML parser. All right, cool. Sleepy, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry about everybody that we were just going silently. Okay. So we're basically trying to remediate the MX XML parser core unsupported version vulnerability tonight. Okay. So right now I've tasked the cybersecurity mentees with giving me the commands. I want them to help solve this. So
the command to get the version of
no. So yeah, I need to be able to pull the file version based on the commands that it just gave me. Okay. So all right, so I got my remote shell coming up in Sentinel-1 right now. Also, I'm going to see if I can call and get, I don't have deep visibility enabled. I'm going to contact the people I buy the Sentinel-1 console because I want to get deep visibility enabled, and then we can actually delve into and do some threat hunting. I actually got to do this the last 2 days at work. I actually was able to dig in and use the Sentinel-1 deep visibility very much like I used to use Splunk back in the day and also CrowdStrike. So I want to see if I can get that functionality enabled here so I can do some videos for y'all on some real threat hunting. Okay. So as I grow, hopefully the content grows and the community grows. All right. So I'm on the machine. Well, actually I'm not. Almost got a shell. So once again, I'm looking in chat. I don't see any commands that you're dropping in chat. So
let me let me drop it.
Yeah, based on the roadmap, and I need you to give me, or better yet, you can even just guide me through it. What do I need to do? Because I need to go to, what did it just say? I need to go to determine I need to first determine my MS XML version, and it says I need to locate the MS XML 6.dll file in the following directory, and look at the version. Okay, I heard Discord. I heard Discord beep. I don't see anything. Guess that was a notice that I went live.
But to get the version, you can do a get process.
I can do a get process. Okay. All right. And see, this shows me because I remember the last time we had a discussion, you said get process. All right. I want you to define for me what get process actually does. Okay. So what am I looking for? And what does the get process command do? I can tell you that's not the command, but I want to make sure you understand why it's not the command. Okay.
Because let me see, it's not out. But based on what I have written down on how this is how to get the file version.
Okay. So that's what I want to do is get the file version, but I can tell you the get process command is not going to be the correct command.
Sure, to say get process, tag name and the name of the process or the program.
Well, let me ask you a question. All right, so let's talk a little bit about it. Is this C:1 System 32 MX XML DLL a file or a process?
It's a file.
It's a file. Okay. So
get file.
Yeah. Okay. So that means the get process command is not going to be applicable here, right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So what we want to do is you get the file version. Okay. I'm going to give y'all 1 more minute. Actually, I'm going to give you Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute. I need some. Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute. Okay. I need some answers from y'all. Okay, so Alexa's already counting down. I know I can trust Alexa. Alexa's gonna give me 1 solid minute. I don't see a single command in chat. Come on, y'all. Take a shot, take a chance. You know?
See, I want to just rise up.
Playing it safe is like the worst thing you can do when you're in an environment like this. All right, we'll see what we got, BB. All right, so I'm waiting for the command. We'll see what they come back with, okay? I'll take the command from chat too. Also, if anybody that's watching the stream, if I want to get the version of this file right here specifically, all right, and your command needs to be specific to me identifying MSXML 6.dll and getting the version of this file in PowerShell. I can tell you, I suspect that Sleeping Ninja on Twitch is going to be able to already know this. So, but a Sleeping Ninja, you go for it. If you got it, drop it in chat and I'll repost it in chat so that everybody can see the command. Okay. Oh, that's a minute. Alexa, stop. All right. I did not get a single command from anybody. Okay. So guess yeah. I thought y'all were serious about cybersecurity. Alexa, stop. I don't think y'all were serious because y'all didn't even take a shot. Okay, so Sleepy Ninja. All right, let's see what Sleepy Ninja posted. I'm gonna repost this in chat for everybody. So this is what Sleepy Ninja on Twitch posted. Okay, so it's and let me paste this in so we can see the syntax here. Okay, so GCI. I'm curious. So is that legit? GCI. I'm gonna all right. I'll tell you what. Everything that you got here matches what I would put. Only thing I was gonna do is I was gonna do a get item. Now, are you telling me that I can use GCI as a shortcut? Get child item. Yo, does that actually work though in that format? GCI?
That would be great.
Hold on a second. Hold on. No, it works. I did not know you could do GCI.
Man, great. Good job, Ninja.
That's what I'm saying. Sleepy Ninja be on. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why you got to be involved in the Twitch community, because Twitch, they be coming. Dude, that is so. Dude, this like he just changed all my code. Wow. Okay. GCI. Okay. C colon. Okay, and that's so the thing I was trying to get y'all. I was hoping y'all would find. It's a couple things. Okay, let's start here because I like to break the command down. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna break all the commands down. So the first thing is GCI. What does GCI do? So I'm in a temp folder. The first thing I want to do is I want to change to this folder. Okay, so I'm going to change to C colon Windows System 32. Okay, so simple DOS commands. Once again, if you don't know the simple DOS command, you got to go back and learn these. So cd and basically paste here. All right, so now I'm in the right folder. Okay. Now, here's the deal. What I typically would do, just kind of breaking down my process. It's a lot of files in this folder. Okay. What I'm looking for is MSXML, ML. Okay. MSXML, ML. Now, if we want to do this all in PowerShell, so if we want to do it in DOS, we'll be do a dir MSXML asterisk. Okay. I don't even think we need the asterisk. We can just do MS. Oh no, we do need the asterisk. Okay, all right. So that's the first thing I would do is I would do this in DOS, get a list of all the items that are MSXML, anything in the directory. All right, there's Pierre. Pierre is like sending some hand clap to Sleepy Ninja. I feel that. Okay, so now that I know what's in there, then Sleepy Ninja's second command. All right, so get child item. Let's break it down a little bit further. If I have to repost it, I guess I'm about to repost it. That's okay, cool. And I'm gonna break it down a step further. Oh, because I did the CD. All right, let's go. That's all right. We'll do. I'll just type it out. So GCI C colon Windows. I don't need to do that, by the way, because I'm already in the System 32 folder. So I can just basically do GCI MS XML and I can tab it out. That's not the first one. I'll tab again. It's not that one. I'll tab again. And there it is. So that's kind of using the shortcut keys to save some keystrokes, right? And so then MSXML 6.dll. And he'd use 6. Yep, there it is. So if I do that, so if you notice, that's pretty much the equivalent of doing like a directory command. Are y'all with me? So GCI, and GCI is also the equivalent of get tag child item. Same command, okay? I've been using everything and typing on everything the long way because, this is the first time I've literally seen this shortcut. And I've been looking through guide after guide and I've never seen it written in this format ever.
I wonder if you can use that. You can do the same thing with like get process and get GP. I wonder if that works.
You know, okay, we on a mission now, boy. So let's do it. If we do GP for get process. Oh man. So GP, it pulled up. Basically, it's get item property. All right, so you can't do get process.
Okay.
All right. So
Why you have to
GC,
put an S at the end? I wonder.
yeah, so you can't do GC. All right, so XL Pro, what's up, man? What's up? Welcome to the stream on YouTube. All right, so now that we've all learned something new, like seriously, man, that helped me a lot, dude. So get child down. So that's the command. Like I want to type it out because I want to make sure y'all see the long form, and that's going to give me that. So then the next step to go a step further, like if you want to get the version information of it, PowerShell is one of those things really good about. You take one command and you pipe into the other, or you take it and you can wrap it in something and then append the dot something, and it basically takes the command a step further. So I don't know really what you call it, like the formal name for this, but like if I put in parentheses, it doesn't do anything. But then if I put dot version or version, and I'll just tab it out. So here's the thing, you can tab, always using those tab keys, right? It fills it in. So if I do the get version info, it gives me that. But Sleepy Ninja went a step further, and you can put another one. So get version info, and you can put a dot file version, and I'll tab it out. There's a tab right there, and notice what it did. So I basically took this output that was kind of formatted in table format, and I said dot file version, which means I should also be able to run this command. So you see what adding the dot file version did to the command? Does that make sense to everybody in chat? Yo, y'all ain't giving me no feedback, and y'all in the Discord too. Y'all are muted in the Discord. Does that make sense? What I'm telling you?
Yes, that makes sense. I'm following.
Okay, say it again.
That makes sense. I'm following.
It makes it okay. Cool. All right, so that's part of get version info dot file version. So basically, I'm telling it to give me the file version, but then I'm adding this extra dot file version to actually reference only this column. So in theory, if I'm right, then I should also say if I can do dot file name, it should only give me the name. And so now it just gave me output from this column, which means that if I also say a product version, which is the same, that's not going to really show any difference. And so product version only gives me the output from the product version column. Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So basically, and the reason that, so I'm gonna tell you one thing that's really helpful to me, like when I'm writing scripts, like a lot of times I want to take this and I go take it a step further. Now that we see the entire command, what I typically do a lot of times, if I'm writing scripts, I'm gonna take this and assign this to a variable, right? So if I'm gonna say, let's just say I want file version. Let's up arrow a couple times. So I'll say file version, $ file version equals. That's all you got to do to make a variable. A variable is just a temporary storage location of the output of another command. So if I say file version equals, then it doesn't output anything because it just assigned this output that it would have displayed to the screen, and it assigned this to file version. So if I do echo file version, then it displays output. So that's all helpful because it's like if you're writing a script, then you take all this, you run these commands, you assign the output of the command, which you literally want to filter down to the variable, because you don't have to if you got this output, then you got to go through and parse it. But if you can filter down and it only spits out this number, then that's a lot easier to work with, because you can say, if I'm writing a program, if file version equals 6.30.19.41.333636, then you good, right? You just assign that to a variable and you go out. Let's say a lot of commands have more properties than you see. If you pipe them to a select asterisk, it dumps all the parameters. Okay, all right, Sleeping Ninja, let's take that. So, and see, the thing is, I'm learning here too. So these live streams, it's not always for me to teach everything. It's all for me to interface with people who are working in the field, who may be more skilled in many areas beyond me, and they're able to kind of share something. All right, so Sleeping Ninja said, basically, if we take this command, all right, I'm gonna paste it into this terminal. So if we wanna know all the parameters, Sleeping Ninja on Twitch says that we can take that and then we can do a pipe. Remember, anytime that you do a pipe, which is the vertical line here, you're simply taking the output of the first command and then you're passing that output. So if my command returned the file version, I'm gonna pass that into the second command and it's gonna do something with that command. So he said, oh wow, look at that. Sleeping Ninja, dude, this is my boy. For real, thank you. Big time. Did not even know that you could do that. So look at all the properties that are available for this. This is way more helpful because like if you right click on the file, then you can go to the properties and look at the properties and you can see this information. But man, this is, to me, is way better than going through all those steps. So at this point, we have pretty much all the information we need. Security Live, oh my gosh, man. Yo, Security Live is, are you still with Splunk? If you're on Twitch, make sure that y'all follow Security Live right now. And it's funny, I got more people on YouTube and more people on X than I have on Twitch. That's a first for me. So hey to everybody on X, welcome. But if you're on Twitch, Security Live, I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post it, man. This guy, he does some amazing automation stuff. I want to show y'all Security Live because I want to make sure y'all see some of the awesome people that have helped me. This is his channel right here, Security Live on Twitch. He's got 4.5 thousand followers. He's got one of the coolest rooms you ever want to see, man. Like, he's got so much. This is not the room I'm used to seeing because you got all your projects and stuff like that. Oh, this is a room. Did you change it up, Security Live? Oh yeah, you can see right here, you can see all of his camera angles and all of the different things that he's got on. He's got automation, looks like you got GPT running. Man, if you're not following Security Live, please follow him. It will, especially if you're like interested in getting into cyber, it will 100% expand your horizons, okay? That's the basement. Yeah, I see it. Yo, I mean, and the amount of code, but like Security Live, if I'm mistaken, you did used to work for Splunk, correct? Or you still work for Splunk? Or can I not share that? So day 50, Windows, Linux, iOS, Android dev. Okay. And then he also, one of the things I always loved is he had it where like you can actually send commands through the Twitch chat. So he's API integrated with the Twitch chat. So you send commands and stuff like that. And those commands then execute things in the room. Like you could actually move like a motorized arm or something like that, a certain angle or a certain, man, dude, it's just, I'm just telling you, man, my boy, he definitely helped me up here. Okay. So anyway, sorry, man. I got excited, man. Like, I know you didn't ask me to do that. I work with Splunk a lot for clients. Gotcha. But I just had to show you somebody like that really helped me to learn a lot of stuff and helps expand my horizons in cybersecurity and also as a maker and an automation and all kind of stuff. Okay, so back here, back to the original mission. Let's zoom back in for everybody. What do you think here? All right, so we got the file version. Now that y'all see the file version, and I'm gonna go to 12 o'clock Eastern time, and then I'm shutting the stream down, okay? I'm gonna have boundaries, because I'm gonna go play some Call of Duty, because that's what I wanna do, doggone it. Don't judge me. Okay, so that being the case, what are we gonna do? We know the file version. Now, I need somebody in Discord to interpret the results of what we have here, and you can tell me to bounce back into the window. And then how does this relate to the actual vulnerability? What do I do now? It told me to right click and then go to get the properties. We use PowerShell to get the properties. We know about it. What do we do next? And I'll open this up to chat because the people in Discord, they don't seem like they want to talk. I don't know what these people are doing. I don't know if I can help these folks. They don't talk.
You in properties and you say you're supposed to click on the version tab.
Okay, but see, I've already accomplished that with PowerShell because I'm not on the machine, right? So that
but it says that it said Windows Vista 7 and Windows Server. It's not. It doesn't say anything about Windows 10.
Well, it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't. But we still got to remediate the vulnerabilities. So what are we gonna do? All right. So this is where we go back to Twitch. I'm sorry. Did I say Twitch?
Yeah.
To Tenable. Okay. what has Tenable, like the plugin output? Yo, Keenan, hey, welcome to the stream, man. How are you doing? What does the plugin output tell us here? Okay. All right, and this is interactive, so please, not just everybody, not just Sleeping Ninja on Twitch. Sleeping Ninja knows this stuff better than I do. Okay. So take a shot at it. If y'all in the stream right now, take a shot at this. When I'm looking at this vulnerability, what do you see? I see a couple of things that I notice. Okay.
The version.
I see the end of life, the supported version.
Late night, yes, late night. Does anybody in chat see the problem? The problem with what we just did? We made it. So we went to the article. The article referenced MXXML 6.dll in the System32 folder. But we're in the System32 folder, but the Tenable vulnerability is located where? What is the problem? You see yeah, we screwed up. We being me. All right, so I just led y'all right down the road with me, right? So we're looking at a DLL that's in the System WoW 64 folder. So what do we need to do now that we identified that the vulnerability references this DLL in a different folder? All right, say it again.
As we change our script from the Sys32 to the WoW 64.
Okay, I want you to verbally tell me this script. I want you to like guide me without the help from what we pasted before. Okay, give me the script and let's walk through it. Okay.
Okay, so it's gonna be GCI.
GCI. Okay.
Quote.
I'll help you out here. Is that right? That what you were telling me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the quotation. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you again. You want quotes? Okay. All right. Now what?
And then you want pipe.
Okay.
Pipe.
Okay.
And you want to put select.
Okay.
And then what is this is star? This is what you put on the end. What do you call that?
Okay. Let's see if you're right. All right. Good deal, Pierre. Congratulations, man. You did it. So, and this is what I hope, man, because I want to make sure PowerShell and then all the script things they're gonna be doing during these streams, like I want you to walk away feeling like I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Okay. By the way, is the music too loud? Because I feel like the music going hard right now. Or maybe y'all let me know.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a little bit? Okay. All right, let's bring that down, okay? And if y'all want it back up, just let me know, right? Maybe y'all like it going hard like that, okay? Okay, so now that I've got that, okay, we know the file version. So now what do we do next? And remember, the time is ticking. So this. All right. Oh, Keenan said the music is fine. Okay, we have. I'm putting pressure on this group here. We got 18 minutes to remediate this vulnerability, and I'm not gonna remediate because I got to make a YouTube video on it. But at least define the actions that remediate it, and then I'm gonna do the YouTube video probably tomorrow and post it and make it really clear and concise. So I'm using these live streams to actually do the research that I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna do the video and give you the people who watch the YouTube video like a clean. But I'll leave these live streams up on YouTube so that you can watch them and you can kind of see the troubleshooting process and everything we went through. Okay. Come on, guys. We just lost. We're about to lose another minute. What do we need to do? We can't be paralyzed. We got to get this vulnerability remediated.
Let's see.
Okay. Come on. Every time I help you, that's the L y'all taking. Every time I feel like I got to go ahead and jump in because. All right. So I'm gonna help you out just a little bit. So what if you look at this article did tell you, right, how to determine the MXXML version. But I feel like this was more as an example, because if you go down here, it gives you the install scenarios right here. Okay. And there's an install scenario for 4.0. And so do we have 4.0 SP3 or do we have 4.0 SP2? Okay. So we need to determine which version of the MXXML vulnerability we actually have. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's go back to our Sentinel output. What does it tell us that we have?
SP3.
SP3. Okay. Cool. So that being the case, then it wants us to download the update package for SP3. So would that not be a reasonable action to do for this one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if I click on this and like, so I'm not going to install it. I'm not even on the machine because once again, we're simulating a scenario. This machine is right over there. Okay. It's right over on the counter on the kitchen bar. But we're simulating us working on something that could be anywhere in the world, because as vulnerability managers, you got to be able to use remote shells and terminals and all kind of remote access tools to get these vulnerabilities off machines. So that's why I always want to simulate that on my videos. Okay, so now that I've got this, now that I know all the details, this sends me to this page. Okay, so what's my next step? I'm on this page, and this is something that's very common with any type of Microsoft stuff. Do not expect it to be straightforward. There's always a curveball. Now, based on what I'm seeing here, Pierre, I don't see any version that says Windows 7. I mean, Windows 10 or Windows 11. So what do we do in this scenario now?
Let's see. Maybe the fall version already on end of life, and you probably have to upgrade to a higher one than 4.0. Maybe they have something that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a reasonable. Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, go ahead.
I think that's a reasonable assumption. So let's say, for instance, if we were actually on version 6.0, if we did well, guess what? Even with 6.0, the options here show it still doesn't reference Windows 10.
So I mean that this follows the end of life. Maybe they don't support it no more.
I think that's also a reasonable assumption. Let's go back here. Let's go back one page and see. Can you get a breakdown of the package? Hey, Kenan, do me a favor. Give me a little bit of context there. When you say, can I get a breakdown of the package? Let me know exactly what you mean when you say a breakdown of the package, okay? So, but here's a resolution. All right, so this is what we just reviewed right here. Let's see if I can go back another screen or two. It doesn't want to let me go out of this screen for some reason. We don't need this one. We know about all these different versions. So Pierre, I'm gonna do one other thing just from experience. I want to do it. Let's see. And this is the PowerShell command. You do get list of installed programs, PowerShell.
They said they look for the package serial number.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is basically example a KB number. Okay. Look up the serial. So he basically Kenan on YouTube is saying look up the KB article number. I think that's a reasonable assumption too, by the way.
Yep.
Okay, so if we want to get a list of installed programs, I go here, man. This article I use a ton of it because I never saved this command. I never remember the first part of the command, which is get WMI object Win32 product. So the reason I want this command is because I'm trying to remember, like, if MS XML is installed, then it's very likely then it will be an add remove program. So I want to first check here, and I'm going to say to use the where object command. So where object, open curly brackets, $_ name, and we'll say tac like, and we'll do asterisk MS XML, asterisk close curly bracket, and let's press enter. So what that's going to do is going to look through all the things that are in add remove programs. It's going to kind of determine if in add remove programs there's anything that matches MS XML. Now, if I don't get any feedback, I'm always going to back out and test my command. So I'm going to put something that I know is probably in the list of add remove programs. And that being the case, I'm going to like just run it again on a known thing that I know is going to show up. Okay. So, because the thing is, if I have and this is, I want to reiterate for y'all. If you run a command and you're looking for something, just because you don't get it in your output doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It can mean that you made a mistake in your code or your script somewhere. So what I want to do is like, I'll back up and I'll say, I'll look for Microsoft. I know there's something in my add remove programs that has the word Microsoft in name. So if I run this command and it comes back and I don't get a hit, knowing that there's something named Microsoft in there, then that means I got a script error. Okay. So, and it's not the first part of the command because it would give an error. Okay, so see that? So the fact that it came back with all these entries that said Microsoft, that lets me know that my script is running correctly and my where object command is there. Now the thing is, if I didn't put the pipe where object command on the end of this, it would just display the whole list. And that's just a lot I've got to sift through. But what this tells me is that I don't have anything in there that says XML. So let's just look to see if we have anything that says XML. And let's see if that exists too. Because essentially, if this package is part of an installed program, then I can just uninstall it. But if not, I'm going to have to run a command to basically download the package. Okay, so there's nothing XML there. So what that means essentially is I've got to go to my packages here. And Pierre, this matches everything that we say. But the thing is, do we need to uninstall it? And if we do need to uninstall it, how do we do that? So here's our package that we know. This is the one. We got it open twice here. Let's do it one more time. Make sure, because I think I might have checked the other. Okay, there it is right there. So this is the package. And then another thing I want to do is, like, if I remember, we got to download this using the script. I'm on this machine, but this machine doesn't necessarily, it's not connected to the machine I'm working on. So I'm going to take the link over here. All right. And I'll drag it over a little bit so y'all can kind of see all of this. And which link do I want to download? Chat, feel free to jump in here. If you're presented with this choice, which one of these would you download?
The middle.
The middle. Okay. Why did you choose middle? Give me the logic behind it. I always want to understand why you said.
When you were on Actionable, I believe you said that the folder that was supposed to be wasn't 32, it was 60.
You gotta articulate
64 base system.
You gotta articulate it a little bit more because it's coming through a little bit messed up. Yeah, I think you gotta talk a little bit louder and make sure you articulate your words because it's getting messed up for some reason.
My apologies.
Okay.
When you were in, go back to Tenable.
Go back to Tenable. Okay. Tenable just logged me out. Let me drag this over. So what y'all just saw. So what y'all just saw. This happens at work all the time. Tenable has a 30-minute. I don't even know if it's 30 minutes. It seems like it's 15 minutes, but it has a quick log out. And so when I'm on with customers every day, if that meeting that goes like 45 minutes and I go and I'm working with them on something else and talking through something, I come back to Tenable, just log me out and I got to log in again. So Tenable folks, I love the product, but man, y'all got to do us a solid, man. Y'all killing us MSSP guys, because we can't, or MSSP folks, ain't just guys there, because we can't afford to just log into Tenable all day long, every 30 minutes, man. That's a little bit much, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Show us some love. Give us a timer. Give us a KB article. Does anybody else have that trouble with Tenable, by the way? All right, so we're gonna log back in, sign in. Okay, all right, cool. I'm back in Tenable. Let's filter down to the device that we're working on. Today, I'll show you this. All right, so for all the devices I have kind of in my test environment right now, you can see we've got it down to 64 total vulnerabilities discovered by the Nessus agent. We'll get some different type of scans in the future. I'm gonna get some Nessus agent scans going on the subnets and Nessus network scans, basically. I need to get an external vulnerability scan up. So I got my website up. Feel free to let me know what y'all think about it. Like, I don't mean like as far as the status, because it kind of sucks. Just want to show y'all the site. Okay, let me back out for real. The reason I'm showing y'all the site is because the thing is, what I'm so excited about this is actually me not paying money to GoDaddy or any other major hosting services. Anybody want to take a shot? If you look at this, you can possibly tell something about this site. So take a shot. What do y'all think I'm doing here? Why do you think I'm so excited? You log back in at least 4 times an hour, absolutely arbitrary. So arbitrary saying like every 15 minutes on Tenable. Does anybody know, even in Discord, anybody know why I might be super excited and how I'm able to get this site for free? And this is, don't worry about the appearance. This is just me not having customized.
Sentinel one is a sponsor?
No, it's not sponsored by any. It's a zero cost website.
Okay.
And I want to walk y'all through doing it too. If you like to have a video on how to do it, it's super easy. But once again, it's just like you just got to do the research. Okay. So, but anyway, feel free, because the thing is, guess what? Now that I have this site up, I can run my external vulnerability scan in Tenable against this site too. So that's going to give us more vulnerabilities that we're going to be able to work on in future videos. So basically, I'm going to keep building our infrastructure. And then once I build out the infrastructure, we can then run vulnerability scans against that infrastructure, and we can continue. Like, that's why this Tenable video series is just going to be ongoing, because it's just so dope to be able to continue to, like, as new vulnerabilities go out, to be able to decode the vulnerabilities and remediate them. So the answer to the question is, this is actually a Google site. Okay. It's a Google site. So instead of paying share space and all those things, those places, most of you, if you go into your Google right now, you have the ability to go to do a Google site, especially if you have like the Google Business Edition, which is like $6 a month. You can buy the Google Business Edition, the same thing that you have at your major companies and enterprises. You can also go buy O365 environment, just like you have at companies and small businesses. And you can literally run the same products. For $56, you can get like a Microsoft 365 E5 license, get access to Microsoft Intune, MDM, and stuff like that. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you is, like, y'all got to think different. Like, everybody that I see gravitates to this, oh, how can I get the job in cybersecurity video? And they're all telling you good stuff. But the best thing that I would say that I've seen is, if you can run this stuff at home, become an expert on it. There's nothing stopping y'all from building like a Microsoft Intune, Microsoft 365 environment, MDM, set it up, add all your computers, go through like trying to get all your Macs registered in Intune and stuff like that, doing deploying patches, scanning for vulnerabilities. That's a little bit harder. You got to find another product. You ain't gonna do it for Tenable. It costs. It's cost prohibitive for if you're not a company. So you got to find another vulnerability scanner. You used to be able to use OpenVast. I don't know if that's a viable option and stuff like that, but you can find it. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, has anybody figured out why I'm still happy about this? Not the fact that it's a zero cost site. It's the fact that basically what I was able to do is I was able to kind of stand this up so I can get vulnerability scanning off of it, but I'm also being able to use my domain. So if anybody has a domain, then you can bring up a Google site, avoid paying the hosting fees, and use your Google site and point your domain to it, and you can have it, whether it's one of the issues I ran into, whether it's HTTPS, www, or even if it's just the main domain, you can do it. And this site is super easy to edit. The reason I also want you to show y'all this is because I'm going to be posting information here on the site. I don't want this just to be like a poster site. Like, I'm doing all this research, I'm doing all these scripting and stuff like that. I want to like aggregate everything, put all this on the site somewhere so that it's available to the public. That's my pet project. I also need y'all to do one more thing too. I want to move these live streams off of my main channel to the Technology Interpreters channel. So if you haven't already followed the Technology Interpreters channel, please go. We got enough people in here. Like, I need to get to like 130, I think, on LinkedIn. And in order for me to do that, I need y'all to go to the Technology Interpreter site here. And I need y'all to follow it. So I got 93 followers here. I need to get it to 130. So please take some time, go to the Technology Interpreter site, follow this, and then I'm going to move the live streams there, and I want to post the information here. I like growing my own personal page, but I really want to grow the company page a lot. Okay. So that's my only ask. So back to here. So anyway, this is something I'll be standing up. Actually, I'm going to stand up the scan tonight. Anybody, if you vote now, I'll set up the scan right now. We got 2 minutes. Anybody? Nah, let's finish the vulnerability. All right. So what is the action? Based on everything that y'all have had some time to process, what do you think the game plan is for this one?
You have to remove it, uninstall it.
All right, we're gonna open this up to chat. What is the action here? So based on everything that y'all saw with this vulnerability, You see that the updates all reference versions of Windows that this is not. This is either a Windows 10 or Windows 11 machine. I
Yeah, you
need a
see
yeah.
the
Go ahead.
last update. Yeah, in the page where the Windows page they were,
Mm-hmm.
it showed the last update. It was in 2011,
Okay.
so it's not no longer supported.
You think it's no longer supported? Okay.
You go to that page, it shows in there
All right. Let's go here.
right here to your right.
Last updated 2011. Yeah. Good observation. So I'm looking at the scenario. We got this on our machine. So we got to install it. So how do we uninstall it then? And
So
I'll go a little bit longer. I know someone's going to have to drop for a second.
I'll have to post it on. See if this word.
Okay. All right. I'll see what you're gonna post. So I'm gonna go with my tried and true. My always reg query command. Okay. So get out package. Okay. You got to do better than that. You can't leave generic program name in there.
I know.
Okay. You got to format that script. He didn't copy the script and this got like placeholder like program. Like I'm not. Oh no. I need you to go there. Oh, Sleeping Ninja. Okay. I do. Okay, so MSI exec and uninstall the command with the product ID. That is true, but the thing is, I can't find the product ID because it's not listed in add remove programs. I'm going to try to find it. And when you say product ID, I'm assuming you mean identifying number because I want to make sure everybody's familiar with this term. Identifying number is very important. Okay, because that's what this is. So my thing is, I'm always going to go to reg query. And the thing is, there are a lot of ways to do this, by the way. So I'm not saying this is my way. If you're in the field, find your own way. Okay. Just make sure it's based on solid data. Oh, I forgot to do this. Let me see. The reason I got access to Tenable is this is the company I work for, Cybertar. Go there, sign up for a free trial. Seriously, like go there, sign up. If you have a small business or company like that, or you have a need for cybersecurity and you don't have staff, we can do anywhere from one machine to thousands of machines. Okay. So cybertar.ai, that's who sponsored this Tenable tenant for us. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and zoom in here. All right, so Pierre, you got your command formatted yet? Nope, I still see that old generic command. So let's go ahead and do this. HT local machine software.
I was looking at something. Oh my goodness.
Dang. Oh, man, I'm tripping. Windows. Current version. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I be thinking about the stream chat and all kind of stuff, and my typing just be going off the rails. So we're going to do a /F. Let's do /S. Okay, so I got something wrong. Reg query. I left out the word query. Okay, unable to find the select reg query. HT local machine software. Okay, so once again, I'm going to search for a known. See if my script. Okay, so all right, I got a syntax error here. So HT local machine SOFT software. I bet you I spelled MCRO Windows with a S, current version. Okay. All right. So now my script is clean. I always check myself. I always expect myself to make mistakes. I think that's a good advice for everybody. All right. Look for MSXML. It doesn't exist there. Okay. So that's the thing. So it's not in this folder. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to back it down. I know this is Microsoft related. So I'm going to go down and search the entire Microsoft folder. See if I get anything that comes back with MSXML. Because once again, I'm looking for the uninstalled string. Okay. If I don't get that, I'm going to keep prodding. But then we have the option to go with what Sleepy Ninja said, which is do a unregister.dll. So unregister and the DLL command. And this is important because this is stuff I've done like way back in my IT days. A lot of people don't even understand DLLs, and I find myself working less and less with them these days. But with vulnerability remediation, it's a requirement that you really do make sure you hone those skills. Okay. So as you can see, I'm looking through the registry here, and I've got a pretty decent list. But what I don't see is anything that references uninstall string. So 23 matches. I'm going to search one more location, HT local machine software, and it's WoW 64 32 node. Okay. All right. All right, looks like okay. Okay, see, man, this is like somebody drop. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I search here, looks like I got a few entries already. Okay, so and you think about it, it was actually in the sys wow folder. Hey, good night, good night. Okay, so even looking in the sys wow folder, I still don't have an uninstall string. So that's not gonna give me a clean way to do it. So this goes back into what Sleeping Engine mentioned. Okay, so let me do this. dir ms xml asterisk. These are all the ms xml files we have in system 32. But remember, the vulnerability that we're referencing is not in the system 32 folder, but rather it's in the syswow folder, system wow folder. Okay, so let's change to this really quickly. Okay, so there's a lot of file folders. I mean, a lot of files in the syswow folder. Okay, so I just want to show you, but we want to be more efficient. Okay, and so here it is. So this is what we got. So it looks like we got version 3, 4, and 6 all in here. And so what we can do is we can do a deregister command. So these are DLLs. I'll be honest, I don't even know how to begin explaining exactly what DLLs. I feel like it's like software libraries is what I would call it, like it's referenced by the software. But let's see, what is a DLL?
Dynamic library, link library.
Yes, great. I love the IT guy that always gives you the name of an acronym, but what does it do?
allow programs to call each other. What was it? So they can communicate with the program without having to access. Oh my god, I was reading that earlier.
So here's the problem. All right, so here's one thing, and PR, I would give what I would say here is you did the right thing, you looked it up, but like thing is if you like you want to look at this stuff too, like you can explain it in plain English. So think about it. I've been in the field 26 years or more. And when I said DLLs, first thing I said, I don't know, I think it's a library, and I looked it up, right? So when I look it up, then that's the only part of the battle. We gotta like interpret what it means. So so can you tell me, like, if I'm Joe Blow that walk up on the street, what is a DLL? Tell me in your words, not necessarily what you're trying to interpret from this. You know, like talk, because I mean, if I walked up and I say, hey, tell me what a basketball is, you know, you tell me pretty easily. So give it to me the same way. What is a DLL?
It's a way for the different apps to look for, communicate without having to access the registry. Like they don't have to access the registry. They can just go request a DLL and access the information they need to be able to complete a process. That's what I think. That's something like that.
All right, so I'm gonna put that on the stream. So get some good chats coming in. So Kenan, sorry. So think about what you told me. If I was somebody that wasn't in cyber, I don't know if I would be clear on that. So here's what Kenan put in chat. It allows programs to share data. And so let's see, does it allow programs to share data, or well, I guess it does data, but I think it could be a little bit more descriptive. And then Sleepy say technology interpreters interpreting the technology. That is literally why I founded the company, to do what we're doing now. I want to take stuff that maybe the motto when I came up with technology interpreters is we explain complex technology in simple terms. That's what I came up from the beginning in 2012 when I started technology interpreters. And I was basically doing like computer support for the executives of the company that I work for. And I formed a company, and I was doing web design, data recovery, and backup, virus removal, and stuff like that, and PC repair type of stuff. But I would always make sure I explained everything I was doing to the customers in a way that they felt really comfortable, like, and they weren't this whole mystification of technology. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's see. Keenan said, like Excel importing info into Word. Okay. And then John, hey John, by the way, I saw you followed me on Twitter, man. What's up? How are you doing? Let's see. As opposed to statically linked libraries, where third code is compiled into the monolithic binary, dynamic linked libraries are compiled libraries that can be shared and used in any application. I would like to break that down a little bit. Anytime you're using the word monolithic, that's going to always be complex, but you're correct, right? So as opposed to statically linked libraries, there are libraries, and libraries are basically just, if you think about a library of books, what's a library of code? It's a bunch of code that's stored and can be shared and used by any application. That actually cleared up something for me. So think about this, 26 years in the field, and this is the first time I really took the time to really understand what a DLL does. You'll find that's going to happen to some of y'all too. It probably had already happened that certain times, certain things makes you focus on something. Okay. So what that really means is that with the DLL, we can go here and we want to do a deregister command, and let's get the syntax. So if you're in it, what you do is basically do the command, and you don't want to execute these commands sometimes, because if you do, it could do something that may be like not preferred, right? So D-R-E-G, deregister, and I always do a /? Because typically give me the syntax, but I'm actually in PowerShell. So I can actually like jump from PowerShell to a command prompt, just like that. And then I can type deregister /? All right, and so that is not the command. What is the command? So okay, I'm messing up. So let's see. I know you can deregister DLLs. Okay, so what is the command to do to deregister? Redserve32/u. Oh my gosh, this is taking me so far back in my IT days. Red server edge server SVR redserve32/u, which is basically the unlink command, and C: and the file to the DLL. Okay, so if I do this command reg svr32. Oh yeah, I forgot I was here with this account. Oh, this is security law. Oh, okay, cool. Man, I thought you was somebody I didn't know. Okay, security law. Yeah, you're on that account, but that's cool. It's good to know your other account. I know your name now. So let's do this. So reg, what's command? And I always try. The reason I didn't copy it is because I want to make myself remember this, right? So reg svr32/? Okay, so nothing. All right, so let's check that. Did I do that correctly?
/u.
Reg svr32/u. But see, I don't actually want to do a /u. I just want to get the syntax. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go to my local machine. Reg. Let's bring this into focus here. Reg svr32. Okay, so here's what's cool. I'm gonna post this in Discord for y'all, because this is something we can reference here. Okay, so this is what I like about commands like this. Microsoft is so nice that it actually popped up the syntax. So now we can become expert at deregistering DLLs just by looking at this. So basically what it says, redserve32, and this tells you the syntax /u/s/n/i and then colon for a command line. So let's see if you can do something with a /i. So let's decode this. So /u unregisters server calling DLL unregister. That's not really clear, but I know that's the command you use to unregister the DLL. Basically you make this library no longer available for everything. Silently display with no mess. So if you want to run this command with silent, so you can do a /s, so you can unregister the DLL solid. This will come in handy because see, the thing is, you notice that this popped up this box here. If we're executing things through a shell, we don't want any kind of box to pop up. So we want to run commands silently, and that's how we can get them to execute through the remote shell. All right, we can do the /i use without a u calls the DLL install. So the /i if we want to register a DLL. So we can register DLLs, which means we make those dynamic link libraries available for other programs, and we can unregister DLLs. And then here's an install command. So basically this is, I struggle with the syntax like this. It says /i, you can do a /i, but it says install. I don't know if you can actually like do a /i /i and slash install instead of /i or something like that. So it says after successful call to deregister, use with the U calls the DLL install false. I'll be honest with that. That's beyond me right now. This is one I have to like dig into and understand better, play with, issue the command a little bit. The DLL unregistered, successful /n. Okay. And then where's the /i in the command line name? So that's one thing. For the sake of this exercise, we don't necessarily have to understand everything on this one, okay? DLL name is the absolute path right here to the DLL. So C: Windows System 32, whatever. And then enter, let's see, call the endpoints. This requires this for. Okay. So that gives me enough to kind of understand the vulnerability we got here, okay? So we can unregister the DLL. And so the reality is, I think what happens is if we go through and we deregister the DLL, we can then simply just delete the DLL. And I think we've actually remediated the vulnerability. Okay. Because I think that's it as far as remediation. Anybody got some feedback? Sleepy Ninja, Security Live, y'all got some feedback on this? You know, do y'all agree or disagree with my assessment here? I'm open for criticism always, man. Constructive, I prefer, but even non-constructive, I'm still open to. And I know I'm at 15 minutes over. We had a good stream tonight, guys. So I'm looking at, we had 18 people. We spiked up into the 20s tonight on all channels and stuff like that combined. So that's a good stream, everybody. Thank y'all. And for everybody that's on X, man, like shout out to y'all. I did not expect X to come through for me with the most people tonight. So we got actually 7 people that came in on X. So appreciate y'all coming through. I'm learning something. Okay. I'll keep streaming to X. That's what I learned today. All right. Any feedback? Let's see, probably how I do it. Okay, cool. All right, Sleeping Ninja, appreciate the feedback. All right, anything else? And by the way, thanks to everybody who actually liked the stream on X. Appreciate y'all. All right, cool. So that being the case, I'll be back. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not followed me on Twitch or X or on LinkedIn. Please do so. If you have not subscribed on YouTube, please do so. And just something too. I had some people ask me, if you go there, you'll see that the cybersecurity mentorship program is like $500 a month. And people are like, why is that $500 a month? Because I work all day. And if I'm gonna work with somebody, I wanna work with somebody that's gonna be serious and it's gonna be worth my time. Like, that's the thing. It's not that I'm so special. It's just that if I'm gonna be doing something in addition to my work, it need to be worth it. Because the thing is, if I'm working with somebody and it becomes really unpleasant, then I want to make sure that they're paying me for me being upset and discomfort, you know, stuff like that. And plus the other people in the cybersecurity mentorship program have already paid the price, which is pretty significant. They paid like, $1,300 is what the other mentees paid. And so the thing is, basically that's kind of a price to say, okay, if you want it, like, you know, basically you would do it for maybe 3 months. And basically 3 months of just focus time, getting you in all these tools and running you through all these things and just literally doing brain dumps on everything that I do. So that's why that is so much, because people have asked about the price. Okay. It's a deterrent. It's literally like, don't do it. Okay. So, hey, just want to say, we just spiked up to 17 people on X. Just want to say thank y'all for everything that came through on X. Appreciate that. I will be streaming again. So if you have not followed on X, please follow now. Okay. All right, let's do that. There's 24 people total, 26, 27. So we're 27 people now. All right. And so just for those that came in quickly, what we did is we actually were working through actual vulnerability remediation using Tenable and SentinelOne. So we're using industry standard tools to be able to do cybersecurity remediation. But that being the case, I don't know why the streams always work like that. It always get a good crowd and when you're about to get off. And so I'm going to like fight against the algorithm and I'm going to say peace out to everybody. So good night. See you next time. Follow if you want to be here next time. I promise you I'll be back if it's God's will. All right. See y'all.